Hello, gorgeous internet people. We are Pulp Media Podcast, and this is The Chopping Block, the show where we hold your favourite childhood movies under the microscope and expose their flaws so you can never enjoy them again. Today, we're going to be talking about The Lost World. That is Jurassic Park, The Lost World. There will be... Just to clarify. All right, Bond. Just to clarify. The teams will be divided into the defence and the prosecution. Who would like to defend this film? I quite like it, so I'll defend it.
Yeah, I'll defend it.
Cool.
Okay,
I guess we're prosecuting.
So Richard and Sean are defending, and Matt and myself, Sam.
Yeah,
I'm going to tear it to shreds.
You tear it. All right, opening a statement from the prosecution. Go
Okay,
ahead.
I think we should do this piece by piece, Matt. Let's not rush into it and do it all at once. So we'll do it piece by piece. Since when the hell did the island become a hunting ground?
Since it went to shit in the first movie.
Different island.
Yeah.
Next question.
Oh, God.
Well, there you are. If it's a different
Got
island,
fucking Pastor David Phillips over here.
if it's a different island, you can't say since when did it become a hunting ground. It could have always been a hunting ground.
Okay, shall I start the prosecution? We'll go from there.
Help yourself.
Okay. The one good thing about the film was...
You're prosecuting, Matt. What are you doing to me?
I haven't finished. The one good thing about the film was Jeff Goldblum.
Can I
and
just
even
say-
he wasn't enough to save it. Jeff Goldblum, who I find in very high regard, could not save it. I'm sorry.
Given.
Like, literally, Vince Vaughn's in it. Other than being sarcastic, Vince Vaughn does nothing in a film. The acting is terrible. The script is terrible. You've got a guy that used to be a priest in a lot of films who has now turned into the alpha male hunter who can't shoot for shit through a sniper scope and hit a T-Rex from a mile off somehow, but he can find it and hide in a tree.
I did say piece by piece. Go on, turn it
I can keep going.
Yeah, no, we've got to give
Can I
Alright,
just offer a quick rebuttal there?
Yeah, of course.
Jeff Goldblum got drop kicked by a T-Rex in the first film, and he was completely fine in the second. He's clearly superhuman. That is my argument.
So you said the actor is superhuman? You said Jeff Goldblum. You didn't know.
You're just stating Jeff Goldblum facts there.
Yeah.
I think we all know that Jeff Goldblum is superhuman.
If there's a film and there is a Jeff Goldblum in it, it's automatically of high regard.
Yeah, but even in real life, Jeff
Unless
Goldblum
it's,
would probably take a drop kick to the chest from a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Can you imagine being like the kind of guy that just like does like 12 hours a day of yoga?
Yeah.
So he just bends with the kick. He looks like that guy.
What Sam's saying is that if you ever want to survive a drop kick by a fucking extinct animal, be limber. Basically, do yoga.
Do your stretches, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's good philosophy all around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fair enough. Okay, let's keep going then. So, illegitimate love child of Jeff Goldblum's somehow turns up out of nowhere while he's dating a ridiculously pasty ginger woman at the same time who is accepting
her
of
daughter,
all
though.
of his children. I know, I'm just saying.
But Julianne Moore.
Yeah.
Perfect, right.
She's a good-looking woman. Don't
She's
don't
hot.
disrespect
Okay,
Julianne Moore.
she was the eye
could
candy.
kill me.
She was the eye candy.
Oh, Jeff Goldblum is the eye candy man.
Let's get wrong.
There's a few bits of eye
He
candy.
just has a, like perfect delivery.
Yeah.
You know, the way he speaks.
Oh, no, hang on. I'm going to have to ask another rebuttal here. Have you seen Independence Day Resurgence? Independence Day Resurgence. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Jeff Goldblum, but it's like they just asked him to be a bit of a dick in that movie because his execution is
What do you...
I saw the first half and couldn't get through it.
Huh?
I saw the first half and just couldn't get through it.
Exactly.
I didn't bother with it.
See?
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
So
what you
Jeff
just-
Yeah, but you
Goldblum, the
can't
one
hold
thing
a
holding up the
man's-
Lost World...
This is Jeff Goldblum in the future. We're talking about
Prime.
Lost World. This is in his
Prime Goldblum.
Okay,
Prime Goldblum.
defend the
What are you
Lost World to
talking
me. Defend the
What are
Lost
you
World to
saying
me
about
then.
Jeff Goldblum in
No, come on.
Resurgence in Independence Day Resurgence. That's
That's not actually the future. It was filmed in the past. I mean, yes,
Yeah,
you're getting
but
off topic.
considering if you put it in context
Diversionary
with the Lost
tactics.
World,
Objection,
that was in
Your
the
Honour.
future.
Objection, Your Honour.
Objection, Your Honour. Diversionary tactics.
This is like old man Goldblum now,
Classic Goldblum.
whereas Lost World is prime Goldblum.
Like doing nothing but with Anderson movies.
and still couldn't say it.
Back in the day, he was Goldblum. Now it's just Old Blum.
Thank God Richard's in.
Well, that's classic.
Okay.
Sorry, Richard, we're meant to be
So, yeah,
gaining
I
listeners.
want to see your defense. I
Sorry.
want to know your defense.
Well, I mean,
It was good fun,
It
and
was-
it took a shitload at the box office.
that's actually true. It did. I'm
Yeah,
going
it
to look
did.
up. I'm going to Google how
Oh,
much
no,
it took.
hang on, though.
No, I did actually skim the wiki page and before
good.
doing this, and it was like I can't even remember the page now, but it had it had the record amount of box office or whatever take-ins after Batman Forever or something, and it was only knocked off from that record 4 years later when Harry Potter came along.
I'm just going to
So
say
it
one
held
thing.
a record
No.
box office in the US.
Okay.
That was in the US. So I
So
don't know how much
that was
worldwide.
between 1997 and 2001 then. So in 4 years.
Yeah, that's when it was made.
I get that.
It was only-
Name another decent film that was made between 1997 and 2001.
I think we're getting a bit off topic. Fucking hell, who's this? Nick Ferrari?
I'm just trying to say,
Yeah, they might-
if you're putting shit against shit, nothing's going to be good, is it?
Harry Potter was amazing.
Yeah, but
I'm
that's
going to go back to... Hang on, wait. There's only one reason why Lost World made so much money at the box office, and that's because it rode the tidal wave of success that was the first movie.
yeah.
So everyone saw the first movie and thought, oh, brilliant. But nowadays, people say, yeah, Jurassic Park, that's amazing. People say, oh, I like Jurassic Park 2. And you know that's true. It just rode the wave of the first movie, so you cannot judge a
I think
movie
that
by its
depends who
run in the
who
first
you
one.
talk to, and I don't appreciate your sweeping generalisations there, Sam. I think that's pretty narrow-minded.
let's point out.
It's very
Let's
specific.
point out.
Did you just assume my
another-
preference?
Yeah.
Let's point out another glaring, obvious awfulness about it. What happens? What happens? What happens at the end?
Oh god, yeah, the ending is
What happens at the end?
horrendous.
Lo and behold, the
stakes
monster.
are
The monster
increased.
is. Yeah, you can't even remember. Okay, the monster is let loose in the city because
Yeah,
that
'cause
hasn't been done before.
Yeah, but not with dinosaurs. I mean, you've had a big monkey do it and a
Yeah,
Godzilla
King Kong,
do it,
King
but
Kong.
I was going to say, what would you call Godzilla?
yeah, but it's a bit different because that's more of a made-up monster than a fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex.
That's true. All
Pretty
true
sure
facts.
creation
All
is
true
fact.
facts.
Essentially-
it took an old concept and put a modern spin on it.
What modern spin was there?
A T-Rex.
How did a T-Rex manage to kill a captain in his bridge? Because when the ship comes in, like everyone on board is dead. Like, what did the captain just like? Did everyone just walk into the pen where they knew the T-Rex was and just get killed off by it?
Maybe
It
he's
makes no
surprisingly
sense.
quiet for a T-Rex.
He just fits through doorways and just like nibbles people. No, but in the end, like you release a T-Rex. Is it in Chicago? I think. Is it in Chicago
Can
or New York?
I just say
San
one
Francisco?
thing? You can't be surprised by that. This is InGen, the company, the biggest track record of like bad decisions.
Yeah.
Look at just the series in general. How many frigging times have they gone? It'd be fine this time. That was in the past, wasn't it? It'd be fine.
So,
Totally
but,
fine.
since
but
then.
I mean, I think that's just bad.
Well, health and safety
bad script
protocols.
writing.
Can you imagine if you were like? Can you imagine if you were like the insurance guy? You had to go and survey it all before like giving it the go ahead. You're like, fucking hell.
Yeah, but you can tell someone's just slipping a brown envelope, eh?
But then again,
Yeah.
that is what the lawyer was for in the first one.
Yeah, it's true.
And then
It's
he
true.
just, he just gets killed.
Yeah.
Okay,
T-Rex.
so given the choice, say you're settling down for an evening movie, would Jurassic Park: The Lost World be on that agenda?
Well, it depends
No.
what
No,
the list
that's
of
no.
movies I'm given.
No, there's no list. If you're like, let's just scan back through my encyclopedia of movies I have in my brain. Is Lost World even in the top 20 that you would choose to watch?
Top
Nope.
20. Honestly,
Well,
no. Because, like, honestly,
Again,
top
I mean,
20
you're attacking my personal preference again because
I have
most
no
of the
further
films
questions,
I
Your
would
Honour.
choose to watch were made like before the 50s.
Okay.
That's true. He has a.
But I mean,
eclectic taste.
I'm an extremely contemporarian. So,
Okay,
Sean's a contrarian.
also called hipster. And I was.
He is wearing a flat cap.
I was going to say he is wearing a flat cap.
voluntarily.
Yeah.
and tight jeans.
Oh god.
I'm still waiting to hear a valid rebuttal. At the moment, I can tear this film to pieces.
I mean,
forever and ever,
there's
and
some great set pieces and scenes. The bit with the it's like a what is it, like an RV, an armored
Yeah.
RV that goes over the cliff. That's a great for its time
Okay,
as
you know
well.
what, yeah.
that was a great little
Even I'll
set
admit
piece.
to that. Yeah.
That's the thing. I mean, with the first Jurassic Park, everyone was like, "Oh yeah, the effects are really good," and it really kind of like brought this new dimension to the film. And I thought that the Lost World just added to that and improved on what was already there.
Improved.
Well,
Wha-
yeah, I mean, as
whilst
far as
we're-
like the effects wise and everything, and what you saw on screen, it was a lot more.
Yeah, no, okay.
And
kind
we
of-
still had a good blend of practical and
Yeah,
give you
it
the
still had a good
effects.
blend. I mean,
Whilst we're on the subject of that RV going over the side of the cliff, another glaringly obvious thing: a guy has a truck with a winch on it, so he decides to attach the whole weight of the RV to the front of a truck to get that back over the thing, rather than throwing a rope down and saying, "Hold on to this, I'll winch you up."
Yeah, but the thing is, Matt, you can't just like pull apart a film just because there are some inconsistencies or something that could be debunked on MythBusters.
Yeah, I mean,
you know, it's
how
just
many,
like
okay,
how many
for
films?
fair
But that is
have glaring
exactly what
errors?
you've done
Yeah.
for every other episode we've done.
no, I haven't.
Yes, you have.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have.
When?
Every single episode we've done.
When?
You're like, nope, loophole.
When?
Factually, that's
Guys,
inaccurate.
get personal.
Wait,
I like
hang on. We've only done.
You can't be selective
No,
and personal here,
Matt,
Sean. This is an
Matt,
objective decision.
Matt. First episode we did Deep Blue Sea. I think you'll
And
find.
did you or did you not?
And
point
I
out
was
lots of
for
loopholes?
Deep Blue Sea.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
So
was.
all of the ridiculous things I was actually lobbying for the fact that it made a good film. And then the second one we did was I Am Legend, which is fucking shit and actually doesn't have anything worth mentioning about any inconsistencies because there was fuck all to that film.
Kind of like The Lost World, wouldn't you say?
No.
No, it wasn't a single vampire. And, CGI and the CGI was way better.
Yeah.
It's true, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Considering
So-
how the difference in time.
So there you are, Matt.
I'm still waiting for you to come
Yeah.
up with a valid point.
Hang
That
on.
means it's a good
Can
film.
I just say, it's sad, isn't it, when our trump card is better than I'm Legend.
What is?
Well, no, that's I think we have done a.
Yeah, I mean,
We've
well,
brought
there's
some few pointers.
there's,
It made a hell of a lot of money at the box office. It is
riding
an
the coattails
It
of
is an
it is a
enjoyable
predecessor.
film.
If you watch it, I watched it not too long ago. It is a beautiful film. When you watch it, just the way it's filmed, the cinematography, everything. I mean, you're
I like
going
the
to
lighting.
expect
It's quite.
from-
It's dark. It's more darker than the first one.
Yeah, absolutely,
But I
yeah.
liked again. It was more the ambience, which I liked,
Ambiance.
and it was just like okay. So there's a couple of ridiculous bits in the plot, or you know.
That's a pretty
The
big part,
storytelling.
though.
Well, not really. There's a couple of dumb bits in the plot, but the amount of classic
and-
films that have dumb bits in the film.
It's true, and it also taught us a valuable life lesson about the dangers of running in long grass.
Yeah, and the need for gymnasts.
Everyone should be.
No, this
Yeah.
this scene needs to be put under the
Addressed.
microscope.
Yeah,
as it
because
were.
that is the dumbest scene of the film. I'll admit that is like ridiculous.
No, I mean, there's a lot as well. I mean, the very fact that Jeff Goldblum's daughter actually ends up on an island full of dinosaurs in the first place.
How did she even get through
Didn't
security?
she- yeah, I know. I mean, for an operation that is like pretty
No,
world
didn't
class.
she hide in the RV or something? She
Yeah.
stowed away.
Something like that.
Yeah,
Of
she did in
course,
the RV,
yeah, because you wouldn't check an RV for stowaways. Like the point in
But this
case.
is the thing. It's just like you got to remember. This is like a PG
they are going
film.
across the borders.
Oh, we're going into a South American island in the middle of nowhere for a government operation run by a company that is head of
you know what?
security
In-
for a dino planet or dino
In
island.
the Lost World's defense,
No, fuck it.
in the
Let's
Lost
just
World's
let a
defense,
random black chick in the back of our RV. To
in the law of Jurassic Park and InGen, they kind of like operate. There's like a lot of backhanding going on, so they kind of their
Yeah,
own
it's all seedy
entity,
stuff
sort
anyway.
of operate as their own within,
Yeah,
the,
so
within the law. And
imagine-
it's like a pretty loose country with law, isn't it? I mean, let's be honest.
So basically, what you're saying, just to clarify this, is that they were probably running some kind of immigrant smuggling thing at the same time. And if
No,
you had an
that's not
in-between
what I'm
scene,
saying.
like all these other
This
people,
is a PG film. I mean, it's just,
all these other
you
people would have
gotta
hopped out the back of the
suspend belief
RV
now and then.
just because InGen had got a secret.
So wait.
Christ.
They're trying to smuggle people into South America?
I'm just
Where does that work?
there's too many loopholes. Okay, even
Matt, I'm on your team and I'm telling you to shut up.
See, this is the thing. All Matt's got against this is the fact that the plot isn't real world. Bearing in mind, it's a film about fucking dinosaurs.
No.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
their passport control wasn't on top floor. The health and safety wasn't there.
okay.
Who's employing these people?
Actually, Sean,
Where's
let's-
HR?
let's try this then.
Fucking
No risk assessment.
Let's try this then. The dinosaur expert goes, "Don't go into the long grass," and then proceeds to follow the stupid wankers into the long
Now
grass.
he's dead.
Now,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's his own fault.
I
They
know,
were
but
in the
that's-
long grass at the start. That was no, he
No,
wasn't.
they're not at all.
Yeah,
It's
no,
in the
they're
middle of the
actually- no,
night.
they run
and
off.
he's like,
Then why would he say, don't go into the long grass?
"Don't go into the long
In
grass." Oh wait,
long
you don't.
grass,
I might
yeah.
as well. Yeah, because I want to die as well.
forgot to see.
Moron.
But that was a
Okay.
good scene, actually.
Hang on,
that was
a good
actually a
scene.
really
That
good
was- that
scene
was
because they're getting
tense.
picked up. And it's like,
Space,
fuck, where's it coming? It's like Jaws with dinosaurs in grass.
Basis of the film though was a good
Good-
basis
good
of the
analogy,
film.
Sean.
You need a good storyline. The storyline was shit. You need a good script. The script was shit. You need
The
good
storyline-
actors. The
the
actors
storyline
were
weren't
shit. Bar
shit. It had
Jeff
potential.
Goldblum.
See, I don't believe that you need a good story or script to make a good film because there have been plenty of films which don't have either of them, which are really enjoyable.
Such as
Pacific Rim.
Pacific Rim.
Always goes back.
questionable. I feel like that's another job.
Go, fuck off, Matt. Questionable. What are you talking about?
Doesn't need. The thing is, it didn't need a film. It didn't need a film. It didn't need a script. Didn't need a plot. Some films are just good because you can enjoy them. You don't need to think. You don't need to think
selling
why
it to
here,
someone,
why there.
You go. Oh, what's that about? Oh, just huge robots fighting monsters. Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, what's this
that.
about? Dinosaurs and Jeff Goldblum. Oh.
I'll check that
Who
out.
the fuck cares why there's people being smuggled into South America or dinosaurs are just sneaking around eating people on boats? It's like, who cares?
Wait.
It's a good film. It's an enjoyable film. You
Why
don't
would you put classically trained actor Peter Postlethwaite or Postlethwaite, however you want to say it?
Postlethwaite.
That's the one. Why would you put him in this movie? A classically trained actor. I didn't even understand why he was in Aeon Flux.
Doesn't matter. That's like, why would you put
No,
John Hurt in?
Just increasing the
anything else?
quality even more.
Or Patrick Stewart. Why would you put Patrick Stewart in Ted?
Because he's hilarious.
Yeah.
He's just genius.
Yeah, and Pete Postlethwaite found
No, he's
he
wasted.
got
They
offered
wasted
the
him.
script
They
and
wasted
he
him.
thought, yeah, this is
And
a
he
good film. I want to make
recognised
the film.
the decent, quality of the
Yeah,
film.
from the first one, not the second one.
Well,
He's like, yeah, first one was really good. And then he's just.
I will agree that
like,
the first film is the best in the series.
No, definitely.
And
Well, yeah, I mean, that's going to be, for any franchise, the first one's going to be
will
the best
always
one.
be.
Yeah, it'll always be.
Unless
the
it's
best one.
Terminator.
I still go back to my point.
No, I still prefer the first one.
With Jurassic
Yeah.
Park 2, The Lost World, when is the last time that you've watched it, Sean?
When was the last time I watched it?
Yeah.
Well, I saw it when I was a kid.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So you've
that's
never
the
been,
thing.
you've never been inclined to revisit
But this is
it.
the thing.
I watched it the other day.
Okay.
Off my own, wasn't, no one put a gun to my head. And it was good. It was all right.
That's me personally.
You're not feeling it for the confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get up at any point to make a cup of tea in the middle and think, I'm not really missing anything? That's a yes.
I took a banging shit.
Right in the middle of it.
No, I
Did it come out in
didn't.
DVD form later. Jurassic Park 2.
No, I didn't. I didn't really. I watched it through from beginning to end.
Of course you did.
But again, that's my personal
Good film.
preference. Like, I know, I haven't watched it in recent times, but I know that I could put it on and enjoy it.
Okay, so
that's...
when was the last time you watched it? Give me an age. How old were you?
I think we're getting very specific.
I just want to try and figure out.
I was
that
a teenager.
Say,
When
it's been 10 years. That's
I don't know.
What underwear were you wearing at the time?
3,600. No.
Ever
Say it's
seen a
been
grown
10
man
years. That's
naked?
3,650 days that he could have watched it and hasn't. I'm just saying.
I see where you're going with this.
baffled.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with this argument.
Yes, it does, because the amount of time
Just
you
because I've
spend
only
watching
seen the film
films,
once and I
exactly,
enjoyed it.
never revisited it.
So what?
There are hundreds of thousands of films that can be watched. So maybe, I mean, you can't judge the fact that you've seen a movie once.
Yeah, Sean's got films to watch, man. You can't just
Like what?
Like all.
Name some of the films you've watched rather than rewatching this.
What?
Name some of the films you've watched rather than rewatching this that are good.
I'm not going to list my whole fucking
because you can't.
filmography of what I've seen.
Terrible argument. Either you name all the films you've watched in the past 15 years, or you're full of shit. Sean and his
Just saying.
shit memory.
I'm gonna.
All right. Let's step it up a gear then.
No.
you bought it on-
Let's not.
have you bought it on DVD?
Let's drop it right now.
No,
and just
no.
say I think this is already been slightly lost. As much as I hate the movie, I kind of want to watch it now.
I know, right? Are you going to say when was the last time I bought it or owned it?
Buy it or own it on DVD. Yeah.
I got the Blu-ray box set, so fuck you.
And you still haven't watched it. So
No, I haven't,
You've
because
paid
I-
money for it and still haven't watched it.
Hang on,
hang on,
present,
hang on.
actually.
Hang on. I just want to point out one thing.
Yeah.
Matt's got the collection on his DVD.
But my job here isn't.
Fuck you,
my job
man.
here is to be objective. I am doing my job, which is I'm supposed to slate it, even though I love it. So I'm slating it as much.
You've already
bringing up all those good
Yeah.
arguments, like
just with that one line.
You'll last seen it.
That one line, you just made your whole argument redundant.
That's not mine. That's not mine.
So yeah. So Matt's just been putting up an argument for a film that he's just admitted that he likes.
And
And
then
owns.
he has a box set for.
He probably bought.
That doesn't matter. That's
Why
not the
am I
point. The
arguing?
point is that if I can slate it to a degree, that's the same. That's what we're doing in a court. It's not about whether they're innocent or guilty. It's whether or not you're better at arguing their case.
That is true.
Yeah, I get
And
that.
you're neither
that's true.
in this case. So
But I also feel like a bit of like a member of the Donald Trump White House because Matt's just blabbing and I'm leaving.
Oh, we're going there, are we? Oh, good.
Bring the mood
Well,
down.
I
Bring the mood down.
I vote to save this film.
I vote to say that I think we've
Yeah, me too.
Yes.
yeah.
I can't do it. I can't.
So we will save the movie, indoctrinate it into the Hall of Good Enough, where it will live on forever and won't get destroyed in the garden.
I love it.
It's good.
He'll get buried out there among the dinosaur bones.
Okay.
Until next time! Goodbye!